this Defeating Adventism is going to be on a recent Advent Review magazine I received here in the month of August 2021. When I got it and opened it up, I saw this on page 3 about James White 200 years ago. And I thought, well, this looks interesting. Let's zoom in on this and see what they say about James White. And it says, what about Mr. White? He is married to Ellen Gould Harmon in 1846. He's exceptionally gifted. It's like, okay, that's nice. Then it goes on to say this. He ultimately died in 1881, left a void in the church. Few individuals in history have impacted the Seventh-day denomination as much as James White. And I thought, yeah, isn't that interesting? Because when I read that, you know what I instantly thought of? James White died an anti-Trinitarian. So, Seventh-day Adventist, did he die a Christian or a non-Christian? Because he died in 1881. In 1895 was Desire of the Ages. That's your book 14 years later, in which Adventism officially claims it was so-called Trinitarian. So either he died an anti-Trinitarian. I want you to tell me, did he die a Christian or not? And it's hard. I understand. James Bates is in the same position, so is J.N. Andrews, because they all died before 1895, before the official declaration. I think they died non-Christian, because there's no evidence. Now, if you got the evidence, send it to me. Adventists like to say, oh, he died a Trinitarian. Fine, send me the evidence. And it never comes. Just silence. Crickets. So, Adventists, do your work. Find it. Let me see it. I want official positions that document this conversion. Haven't found it. So anyway, I kept thumbing through the magazine. Came across this article. Can an atheist go to heaven? I thought, well, that's interesting. Then I read the article, and after that, coupled with this James White thing that I just read, I got to do a video. We are going to go through this article, a paragraph at a time like you see here. The author sets it up like this. So follow with me on the red lines and red squares as we march down this two-page article. Like I said, it's 2 pages. You can see 54 and 55 in the print edition, and I have my own print edition. It doesn't give you those pages on the online edition, but that's the print edition pages. So our author tells us we got a self-proclaimed atheist lying on his deathbed. Friends and family gather around and say, please accept Christ as your Savior before it's too late. And guess what? The atheist doesn't. Dead and gone. Now here's the question. Is he gone forever? Is his deathbed choice to reject God the last straw that assures his eternal destiny? But anyway, now we're going to get to the answer. Can an atheist go to heaven? Let's read this paragraph right here. That's why I like to imagine another scene. Jesus appears a second time. The graves of those whose hearts God knows are pure. Those who followed the light they had even though they rejected the human-inspired versions of God. See, there's that other Jesus. Fake Jesuses that the author was talking about. Presented to them, they burst open. What they and our atheist friend experience at that moment is what they miss throughout their whole earthly existence. The direct, unfiltered call of the Savior. Gentle touch of Jesus, who died so they could live again. So can an atheist go to heaven? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because we're going to have like purgatory. And we're going to have this point in which they die. And then they're in this suspended existence until Jesus appears a second time and judges whose hearts he knows are pure. I'm like, ugh. What's the Bible say about man's heart? Look with me below. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? And really it's a rhetorical question. The answer is no, none. The heart of man is desperately sick. Some translations, desperately wicked. That's true. God knows a pure heart. That's just nonsense in Adventism. Look here with me on the last slide. This is the new Adventist purgatory. We're going to have people dying in Adventism who are going to be in a state of suspended animation until Christ comes a second time and then judges their hearts, and then we'll judge them. This is like Adventist Catholicism. But the Bible doesn't say that. Look at Hebrews 9:27. There are other verses, but I just chose this one. And just as it is appointed for a man to die once, and after that, the judgment. It doesn't say we're going to wait or anything. You die, the judgment. Period. Unbelievers, like atheists and James White, can go to heaven and get a second chance in Adventism, just like Catholics get their second chance in purgatory. And this, what you just saw in this article, is what passes for theological instruction in the false religion that we know as Adventism.